Hey there, Heather Ho, there's Jeff Codremo. Welcome you to another 2nd and 10 NFL Legends season week. We have 15 matchups. We don't have the Bengals or Chiefs. They're on their bye week. A quick look at the summary will give you oh, never mind that because of the rainouts and all that. Give you this. Right now, Cincy is 3-5. They're the runs of the AFC North. Kansas City is the runs of the AFC West. So both the AFC West and AFC North's last place teams are not there. You see the Jets in New England with 1 loss. You see Denver with 1 loss, and the Rams with 1 loss. We are going to be doing Miami Buffalo as the final game of the week because it's Miami Buffalo. So the tea leaves say we'll start in Tennessee. So let's go to the same. Perpetual backup ends guy who threw 3 interceptions in the Super Bowl with the Steelers, but still got a contract with the Jets. Anyway, he's the quarterback for Tennessee. Eddie George and Lorenzo Neal, running backs. Kevin Dyson, Jackie Harris, and Frank Wycheck are your receivers. John Runyon, Benji Olsen, Kevin Long, Bruce Matthews, and Brian Hopkins. Good offensive line. San Fran's defensive line is Kevin Fagan, Michael Carter, and Corey Roberts. Ricky Ellison, Rob Hadley, Charles Haley, Tina Turner are your linebackers. Tim McKyer, Jeff Fuller, Ronnie Lott, and Eric Wright are your defensive backs. Tennessee, okay, they're second in the division. So the 89ers were picked from the Niners because of their strong play and their great Super Bowl win over the Bengals in 1989. The Titans were picked because the franchise, that was when the Titans did the Music City Miracle, and then did a miracle get to the Super Bowl, but lose 1 yard short. I thought it was supposed to play with a flag. And it's on the offense. Because when you say false start, Jerry Rice, Mike Wilson, Chuck Factor, extra ball. First Gordon, Guy McIntyre, Ray Cross, Jesse Sapulu, and Stephen Wallace here. Offensive line. D-line, Javon Curse, Josh Evans, Jason Fisk, and Henry Ford. Bear Warland, Joe Gold, and Eric Robinson, your linebackers. Bernard Walker, Marcus Robinson, Wayne Bishop, and Samari Rowe, your defensive backs. First down, 3rd and 6. Let's go to about a 2, Jeff. 21-14 Niners. I need this first down, but run the clock down and put the 10 back on the range. I know, they'll have to punt. And then more timeouts. And then we'll not up for that. Back the ball. And the Niners are really intense. So cool if we touchdown passes. Because that's what Joe freaking Montana does. 3rd and 14, O'Donnell 20 for 39, 238, a touchdown. Not bad. 105 yards receiving by Dyson. Dice 172 receiving. He needed that. 2 touchdowns. Montana 16 for 29, 275. 3 touchdowns. The defense says we're not there. The quarterbacks are good. Now off to Minnesota. Now 6-2 leads the division. Minnesota 5-4. Yet they're still last in the division. Minnesota is favored. Troy Aikman, quarterback. Emmitt Smith and Darryl Johnson in the backfield. Michael Irvin, Alvin Harper, and Jay Novacek, receivers. no Mark tonight. He's hurt some bang back. About to come with John Jessup, Mark Stepnowski, Nate Newton, and Eric Williams. The Vikings defensively, Derek Alexander, Ben Williams, Jerry Paul, and John Rendo. Dixon Evans, Dwayne Red, and McDaniel, the linebackers. Corey Fuller, Orlando Thomas, Robert Griffith, and Jimmy Hitchcock are your defensive backfield. The Cowboys have 92 picks because of their Super Bowl win in 93. They're blowout of Buffalo. I know I could have picked some team in the 70s or another Dallas team, but I went with that one. The 98 Vikings, I picked them because, for Minnesota, because, well, come on, 15-1, they were heavy favorites to win the Super Bowl, or lost the NFC title game to the Falcons on home turf. And Gary Anderson missed that field goal in a dome, no. Back as a quarterback, if you will. Robert Smith and Charles Evans are running backs. Chris Carter, Randy Moss, and Andrew Clark are receivers. Corey Stringer, David Gibson, Jeff Christie, Brendan McDaniel, and Todd Stussy, your offensive line. D-line, Charles Haley, Tony Casillas, Russell Maryland, and Todd Kilburn. Robert Jones, Ken Norton, and Vincent Smith, linebackers. Larry Brown, Jay Washington, Isaiah Cole in the backfield. Defensive backfield, Thomas Everett, no. Holmes, yes. No! That's going to hurt Dallas. 7-10. First down. Aikman for 34, 2 touchdowns, 2 pickaroos. Vikings about 24-7 at the half, so that looked pretty good. They had a pick 6 by Hitchcock. That was the difference, I think. Now let's head to Oakland. Giants, Oakland. Who's that little pitcher? Looks like Eli Manning at quarterback, Brandon Jacobs and Madison Hitchcock are your backfield. Plaxico Burress, Amari Toomer, and Jeremy Shockey are your receivers. Kareem McKenzie, receiver, Sean O'Hara, Christie, and David Deal, your offensive line. Oakland 3-4, Matty Zach Rowe and Sistrick. Willie Hall, Phil Fuciano, Monty Johnson, Ted Hendricks, linebackers. Willie Brown, Rich Atkinson, Jack Tatum, and Skip Thomas are your defensive backs. The 76 Raiders, known for their great defense and all that. They did pretty well. Old man Willie Brown with a touchdown in Super 11. John Madden cleared up field somehow. And the Giants, I picked the 07 squad because it wasn't just they beat the Pats and put them 18-1 for that season. It's how they got there. They had to go on the road to beat Tampa, Dallas, and Green Bay, who were heavily underdogs. And And they still went to the Super Bowl and won the Super Bowl, so why not? River Racing 2 upsets, if you will. 5 yards. Serious race. Manning thinks he's okay. Flag. Offense. Oh. And they do the same at quarterback. Marquette Egan and Clarence Davis running the ball. Cliff Branch in the top. Dave Casper tried to catch the ball. Art Shaw, Gene Upshaw, Dave Dalby, First Mueller, Bella are your defensive lines. Michael Strahan, Troy Robbins, Larry Crowfield, Uzi, your defensive line. And Charlie Pierce, Kalika Mitchell, and Harbor at linebacker, no Q Waka. Sam Madison, Jimbo Wilson, James Butler, Aaron Ross out. R.W. McQuarters in. Warriors. 3 yards. 3rd and 6. Game's tied at 17. 3rd and 1. And see what your options are. Unbelievable. 1 yard there, they'll call timeout. On the ball. Giants win 20-17 on the last second field goal thanks to that Sam Madison pick. R.W. McQuarters returned one return for a touchdown, but that was well. Yeah, McQuarters had the punt return. Saber 17 for 33, 188, 2 touchdowns. His second interception was fatal because it got the Giants at the field goal range and the fighting face mask. Manning 13 for 36, 125. How the heck did the Giants win with that? Arms like that. Brandon Jacobs on 133 yards running the ball, no touchdown. He won because, well, Eli ran for a touchdown with 2:48 left, and then Titans kicked the field goal, no time left. It just shocks me. Alright, let's go to New England, my boys, against the Browns. Frank Ryan at quarterback for New England, for Cleveland, Roberts with that great run. Jim Brown and Ernie Green in the backfield, Paul Warfield, Gary Collins, and Johnny Brewer are trying to catch those balls. Dick Scafroff, Jay Hickerson, John Morrow, John Wooded, and Walter Clark in defensive line. That's the line. Kai Warren, Vince Wolford, Jared Erskine, Johnny Brzezinski, Dennis Thomas, Mike Kirkland, Rosie Colville. Are your linebackers Alice Hobbs, Rodney Harrison, James Sanderson, and Santi Samuel. Are your DBs? Cleveland, the 64 team was picked because that's the last time Cleveland won a championship in the NFL/Super Bowl era. And that means Jimford Brown. The 07 Patriots were in because, I mean, dude, you were undefeated in the regular season, almost by 19-0, including the playoffs, but lost to the Giants on a last-minute touchdown. And 1 yard.
flag on the play.
False start.
Offense.
Offense.
Second and 8. Third and 4. Officials say it was not a fumble. They lost the ball. Third and 3. The quarterback, Lawrence Maroney starts at running back. Westbrook, who got his goal with Randy Mustard. Touch the ball alongside Kyle Brady. Nick Hesser, the Canadian, Logan Mankins, Dan Hopkinson, and Matt White, your offensive line. The Browns defensive line, Paul Wigan, Dick Moszalewski. Jim Kaneki, Bill Glass. Galen Fiss, Vince Costello, Jeff Houston, your linebackers. Birdie Parrish, Larry Benz, Bobby Franklin, Walter Blucher, your defensive backs.
First down.
To the 2-yard line, 41-41. They're 6-1, the Browns dropped to 3-5, and for the first time today, the underdogs did not win the game. What a job by Brady, 5 touchdown passes. He needed every one of those. 89 points. Brady, 32 for 43, 75, 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Maroney, 107 on the ground. Welker, 128 receiving. Ryan, 21 for 31, 273 for touchdowns on the pick. 109 by Jim Brown. It was a dogfight. Cleveland thought they had it. The fourth quarter was huge. Cleveland was up 41-27 with after 3 quarters, and Cleveland thought they were going to make the upset of the year, but they didn't. Brady Lamas and Falk. 48-41. Patriots survived the Browns. The Browns just couldn't close it out. That's game of the year. 89 points. Now let's go to Denver. Jackson Patriots for 1 loss. John Elway at quarterback. The man from Stanford. Terrell Davis and Art Griffith are your running backs. Rod Smith, Ed McCaffrey, Shannon Sharp are your receivers. Tony Jones, Dan Neal, Tom Nail, and Mike Slade and Harry Swain are your offensive line. Defensive line, no Jerrigan for Philly, so it's long, with Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox and Vinnie Curry. Nigel Brado, Michael Kendricks, and Najee Goody. The linebackers Jalen Mills, Malcolm Jacobs, Ryan McLeod, and Pat Robinson are your debuts. The 2017 Eagles were picked because that's the Eagles team, the only Eagles team to win the Super Bowl. They used to feel special to take it out of my Pats. The 98 Broncos, well, they were good. Second straight Super Bowl John Elway. Do you know how good the Broncos were? They were 13-0 to start the season. And Elway got hurt for most of that time. But yeah, they won the Super Bowl for the second time, and Elway retired the winner. We were 2-5. That was 6-1. Nice one. 3-11. Offense. You can always tell onside. Defense has a false start. Third and 20. Denver is mile high. Let's go, Broncos! Let's go, Broncos! Broncos! Let's go! And Nick Foles starts today at quarterback from the 26-yard line. Corey Clement will start in the running back. Nelson Aguilar, my man, Alshon Jeffrey, Diamond Cutter. There, of course, as I always say, his last name is how you spell my legal first name. And Matt Collins, wide receiver, Zach Richard, tight end. Lane Johnson, Brandon Brooks, Jason Kelsey, Stephen Wisniewski, and Fatai, your offensive line. Denver's defensive line, Mattia Buza, Q-Trailer, Trevor Price, and Neil Smith. Warren Romanowski, John Mobley, Glenn Cadet, linebackers, Damian Gordon, Eric Brown, Steve Atwater, Rick Pocket, or your defensive backs. Hands to the face, sometimes I do. 3rd and 15. Alright. Offense. Oh, there you go. And off the punt. Michael for 15. Great punt of Jones. It's a 69-yard punt. Nice. Denver. Alright.
Illegal motion.
Defense.
Offense.
They're up by 7. Run the ball. Yep, they'll run the ball and force Philly to use a timeout. One timeout, 80 yards, and a minute 26 to do so. Nope. Yards on the ground. Smith and McCaffrey both 100 yards receiving the ball. That's nice. Foles 21 for 38, 228, 2 touchdowns and a pick. It was a close game. Philly made it interesting. Opposed to Aguilar. Let's go to Green Bay. Washington Green Bay. Green gets it to the 28. Great return, but Washington will start at Green Bay's 28. They're 3-3, Green Bay's 4-2. Joe Theismann, Ryan Smith-Heisman, and a CFL quarterback before headed to the NFL. At the pivot, John Wiggins and Joe Washington try to run the ball. Charlie Brown, not that Charlie Brown, Art Monk and Don Warren are your receivers. George Jacoby, Mark May, Jeff Bostic, Russ Grimm, and George Sharp for Hawks. That's a line. D-line, Willie Davis, Ron Kurslick, Henry Jordan, and Ulrich. Linebackers, Leroy Caffey, Dave Robinson, and Mike Nitschke. Herb Adderley, Willie Wood, Tom Brown, and Bill R. Jr. are your defensive backs. Washington, by the 83 team is in, despite the fact that they did not win the Super Bowl. Well, they had all those points and lost to the Raiders in the Super Bowl, but they were still good. I didn't do the 82 team because I mean they were 8-1, yeah, but that was just a short season. The 66 Red Pack, first Super Bowl team ever, which seemed to win the quote-unquote Super Bowl, but yeah, they were good. I could have won with the 62 team as well, but anyway.
Kicking team.
We're going to skip the possession because we got to get Green Bay's offense. See Brakowski in today. No Bart starter. That's a shocker. Jim Taylor and Donnie Anderson will try to run the ball. Carol Dale, Boyd Dollar, and Mark Fleming try to catch the ball. Horace Craig, Jerry Kramer, Bill Curry, Fezzi Thurston, and Bob Sprosky are offensive line. Washington's D-line, 3-4, Manley, Butts, and Tony McGee, Manley, future safe power. Neil Okowitz, Rich Malone, Ronald Kaufman, no Monty Coleman, so Cronin has to come in. Bill Green, Chris Jordan, Dean in the defensive backfield. Washington will have to come in for Murphy. I'm not talking about Brakowski. Hello! Rich Malone. I'll probably run it in. Get the points when you can. Washington playing out of timeouts. Yep. He wasn't big in the 60s, so I would have just went. I would just would have made fourth down. It would have been a 48-yard kick. They would have had to go for it. But no, they knew they needed a punt. So they get the ball at their 20-yard line, 80 yards, no timeouts, 124. 3 and 10. 4th and 6. So tomorrow, I say makes his back. Do it. Looking on in the Packers, despite putting their offense Washington, it will stay in tight position. Afterly, 6-6. Washington started 3-0. Now they're 3-4. Brakowski 14 for 23, 213, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Theismann 23 for 38, 219, a touchdown and a pick, which was a pick 6 by Adderley. And Brakowski made me look like a total fool. Lots of games ending by 7 points. Let's head to San Diego next. Jets, who really need this win in San Diego. Babe Pirelli at quarterback, no Joe Namath. Injury? I don't know what. Yeah, the Jets, Denver and New England will have to bump into each other eventually because if the Jets are playing San Diego, then that means the East is playing the West. Babe Pirelli at quarterback, Emerson Poser, Billy Joe running the ball. Don Mayer, George Sauer, and Pete London will try to run the ball. I mean, catch the ball, what am I thinking? Winston Hill, Dave Herman, John Schmidt, Bob Talmini, and Sam Walton are your offensive line. The Chargers defensive line, Leroy Jones, Louis McCutcher, Gary Johnson, John Woodcock, Bob Horn, Landon King, and Woody Roller linebackers. No Williams and Edwards in the backfield for them. So it's Bodine and Ellis, Rashad, and Buchanan. The 68 Jets pick because, well, come on, the only Super Bowl team Jets have ever produced. They did the guarantee, they did everything in the power to win, despite the Buffalo Bills being so favored. And the 81 Chargers, well, Eric Coryell was supposed to be big. They won the Epic in Miami, but then they lost the AFC title game in the Freezer Bowl against the Bengals. Quarterback with James Brooks and John Hutley, the former Heisman winner at running back. Charlie Jordan, Wes Jr., Chandler, and Kellen Winslow Sr., your receivers. Billy Shields, Donald Crewson, Don Masek, and right there, no Russ Washington Williams has to come to play. Oh, boy. The Jets. Bring in Vernon Biggs, Paul Rochester, John Elliott, and Jared Philbin. Eric Grant, Ralph Baker, and Al Atkinson, your linebackers. Andy Beverly, Bill Barrett, Jim Hudson, and Johnny Sample. Which are defensive backfield. For my Pats because that puts them kind of in the lead 2 games. They ran the truck. That's it. On the 20, 80 yards. They've lost 2 games. That leaves the Broncos and Patriots, the only teams who've won loss. That was 25 for 26. He just missed 1 pass the whole day. 292, 2 touchdowns. That's the completion percentage you can get behind. Winslow 11 touches for 103 yards. Corelli 10 for 25, 184 and a touchdown. Chargers were up 17-0. I think that was pretty much all she wrote. I didn't get that touchdown. Too little too late. Let's go to Tampa next. Mark Brunell in that quarterback, I guess. How crappy the Saints have been. They decided to go with a new quarterback. The former Jacksonville standout. Pierre Thomas ran the ball. Marcus Colston, Deborah Henderson, and Robert Meacham tried to run. Received the ball with Jeremy Shock at TB. Jerome Bushrod, Jerry Onions, Jonathan Goodwin, Kyle Nixon, John Stitchcomb are your offensive line. Tampa's D-line, Simeon Rice, Warren Sapp, Booker McFarland, so Williams has to come to Chris Spires. Allison Singleton, Derek Brooks, and Shelton Foyles your linebackers. Bonnie Barber, John Lynch, Dexter Jackson, Brian Kelly are your DBs. And New Orleans Saints, the 09 team, the only team that won the Super Bowl in Saints history. They did it for those victims of Hurricane Katrina 5 years too late, but, you know, they beat Peyton Manning in the Super Bowl, and it's was onside kick. But you can't do it again anymore. Bucky's, the 02 team, the team that won the Super Bowl, their own Super Bowl team history. Actually, no, one of the Dickies, 24 won the Super Bowl. Cutter, you're stupid. But nevertheless, their defense was good, especially in the Super Bowl, picking up Gannon 5 times. Third and 10. Michael Pittman, Mike Allstott running the ball. Keenan McCardle, Joe Fishes, and Cam Delcher are the receivers. Roland Oben, Kerry Jenkins, Jeff Christie, Casey Coleman, and Kenyatta Walker are your defensive line. The Saints defensive line, Will Smith. Cedric Ellis not playing. Charleston has to play with Remy Iodili and Charlie Grant. Jonathan Thelma, Scott Shell, and Scott Fujita are your linebackers. Tracy Porter, Darren Sharper, Roman Harper, and Malcolm Jacobs are your defensive backs. Brunel will Brad Johnson, 24-41, 328 touchdown reception. Jared Fish is a key shot over 100 yards receiving. Brunel 8 for 24, 78 yards. Pathetic. Very pathetic. Tampa ran away with this game, I feel. And with no Drew Brees, Jeff Brooks had to pick 6. Let's go to Pittsburgh, my favorite fight zone. As the 4-6 Steelers taking the 4-3 Ravens in the divisional matchup. On the receiving team, not the Baltimore's 4-3, so Pittsburgh's really running out of time on their schedule. Terry Bradshaw in at quarterback, her number 1 pick. Franco Harris and Rick Moser to start. Rocky Bryant will be back. They just to start. Vince Vaughn, John Stallworth, and Randy Grossman are your receivers. Ray Pinney, Sam Davis, Mike Webster, Jared Moss, and John Colbert, your defensive line. Your D-line for the Ravens are Ron Burnett, Tony Siragusa, Sam Adams, and Mike McCurry. Jimmy Shepard, Peter Bower, Ray Lewis, your linebackers. Nugent starts at cornerback. That's huge, as Mitchell will have to come in with Rod Woodson, Kenny Crane, and Chris McAllister. Pittsburgh, the 78 team, why they were picked for Pittsburgh's team. They won one of the most anticipated Super Bowls, Super Bowl 13 in 79. Swan and Stallworth were just dominant that year. And also, that was the year that they made more defensive penalties and all that for passing game, making passing game also better. And the 2000 Ravens, great defense, won the Super Bowl without giving up a touchdown. Well, they gave up a kick return touchdown, but do we really need to count that? No, we don't. 6 yards by Moser. 3rd and 4.
First down.
And 10. 4th and 10, though. Ravens to collect the 45. Good job by Jermaine Lewis. Tried to deal for a while. Oh, big. At quarterback, Jamal Lewis and Sam Gash running the ball. Travis Taylor, Jermaine Lewis, and Shan Sharp try to catch those balls. Curry Swain, Edwin Martello, Jeff Mitchell, Mike Flynn, and Jonathan Ogden on the offensive line. Experts D-line is White White, John Benessat, Joe Green, and Kelsey Greenwood. Jack Ham, Lauren Taze, Jack Lambert, your linebackers, Mel Blunt, Donnie Shaw, Mike Wengler, and Ronnie Johnson, your defensive backs. Right there. Run the ball. It's Burke. At the first down and then call timeout. Oh, it's a 9-point game for the ball at the 48. That was not a good punt. Oh, they take advantage. He was the answer. 25 from 33 at 3 for him, 2 touchdowns. Bradshaw 17 for 37, 277, 2 for the touchdown pick. Benny Cunningham, 134 receiving. Swan only had 97. Stallworth only had 1 catch all day. Sharp 127. Sharp. So, Ravens were about 29-7 at one point, but gave up 13 straight points, but it didn't matter. Now let's head to Indianapolis. Are we going to head to Indianapolis? We only have 3 games left. Yeah, we only have 3 games left for Miami Buffalo. Let's go. The 2010 Texans, the worst team in the AFC, will take on the 06 Colts, who are trying to put up numbers in the AFC South. Matt Schaub at quarterback, Aaron Foster and Fonta Leach, who are running backs, Jacoby Jones, Kevin Walter, and George Reese, who are trying to catch those balls. Eric Winston, Wade Smith, Chris Myers, and Dwayne Brown on the offensive line. No Clopas, Cyril Weeks will have to come in. Colts defensive line, Joy Freening, Raheem Brock, no Booger McFarland. Reed has to come in for Mathis. Third bracket, Gilbert Gardner and Caleb June, linebackers. DBs, there's Jason David, Anton, Olivia, and McCarver. And no Bob Sanders. He's hurt, so Jennings will have to come in for safety. Houston, my Aaron is at the best of the bunch, although I should have picked the Houston Oilers of 1978 or 79 even. Because I think those teams were better. But yeah, I went with the Texans. The 06 Colts won the Super Bowl the year after they were supposed to win in the first place, but stupid Vanderchoke was that field goal. But yeah, they didn't let them to the Super Bowl. Foster.
First down. First down.
Quarterback doing his job. Joseph died like good try to run the ball. Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne, that was trying to catch those balls. First? Or no? Yeah, they're first. Yeah. Worst versus first. Terry Glenn, Ryan Diem, Jeff Saturday, Dylan Anger, offensive line. Vader Kill, Woodgate, but it's Linda at offensive line. Houston's defensive line, Tony Smith, McCoy, Sean Cody, and Mark Anderson. Linebackers, Seth Guns, and Kevin Bentley. DeMarco Ryans is your linebacker, Glover Quinn, Grant Collier, Eugene Wilson, and William Jackson, your defensive backs. Holds up by 6. Houston has no timeouts left. First down the guys. So they can probably run the ball. That's why they're taking these 4 minutes to beat. Houston won the first game, but they won one. They 28 for 31. Foster 126 running, Foster and 109 was receiving. He's done pretty well. He got 3 touchdowns. Sharp, 19 for 26, 291, 2 touchdowns, but 3 interceptions. So Houston was on the round. They're up 21-7. Love you guys. Love you guys too. Yeah. Houston hung around. We talk about Jacksonville. Okay, Arizona Detroit will actually be simulated. And Detroit won the game 5. They're 5-3. Arizona 2-6. So, Atlanta, Carolina. Oh yeah, I guess I should do Atlanta, Carolina. How to put that? I didn't see that. Atlanta with the shock win over the 2015 Panthers to go 2-6. So that's a shock. Okay, let's go Jacksonville, St. Louis, and then Miami. Quarterback, Marshall Falk running the ball to start. Isaac Bruce, Torrey Poe, and Ricky Kroll. Doing the receiving and Roland Williams. Offensively for the Rams, Orlando Pace, Adam Timmerman, Mike Guerrero, Tom Newton, and Fred Miller. The Jacksonville defensive line, Tony Goggins, Seth Payne, Gary Rocker, Rowan Allen wins as Nietzsche's coming. Bryce Pop, Kevin Hardy, and Lonnie Martz, your linebackers. Aaron Beasley, Donovan Darius, Cornell Lake, and Fernando Bryan, your defensive backs. This should have been the Super Bowl 34 matchup between the Rams and Jaguars. It nearly was. The Rams, well, they were 4-12 the previous season. Kurt freaking Warner came in out of nowhere after trying to get hurt. You know, the former Northern Iowa quarterback, the former Arena League quarterback, and the former overnight stock boy at a grocery store. They came through. They won that tight NFC Championship game against Tampa 11-6 with Pearl scoring the winning touchdown. That's why I say Pearl. And then, of course, they held the Titans 1 yard short of overtime. The 99 Jaguars, perfect. 13-3, they looked pretty good. No, 14-2, excuse me. They hosted the AFC divisional round, crushed Miami 62-7, San Marino and Jimmy Johnson to retirement, and then lost to the Tennessee Titans in the AFC title game on home turf. Should have been the Jaguars' most Super Bowl. And let's not forget that the Jaguars lost 2 in the regular season, 1 in the postseason. All 3 losses were to the Titans. Everyone else they beat. That is freaky. Dave Stewart, running back, Jimmy Smith, Keenan McCardle, Richard Barlow, dangerous to catch those balls. Tony Baselli, Zach Rieger, John Wade, Ben Coleman, and Leon Cersei, your offensive line. The Rams, defensive line. Greg Wesker, Ray Andrew, Michael Fire, Kevin Carter. Linebackers, Todd Collins, Mike Jones, and London Fletcher. DBs, Todd Wright, Keith Wild, Bailey Jenkins, and Dexter McLean. 3 yards by Carter. 5 yards by Howard. The Rams are going to beat the Jaguars and that unlocked They're 19 for 31, 249 touchdown, 3 picks. McCarter 122 receiving, but yeah. Barnett, the kickoff return, 99 yards at the pitch 8-1 hitting. Alright, so everyone's played, except for Miami Buffalo, because they're eternal rivals. They're the last game on the schedule. Arizona Jim Kick will run the ball. Paul Warfield, Howard Trolley, and Mark Fleming try to catch those balls. Norm Evans, Larry Little, Jim Langer, Bob Kuchenberg, Kusan, he's hurt, so Jenkins has to come in the offensive line. Buffalo's D-line is Beyond Seals, Jeff Wright, Bruce Smith, 3-4. Curtis Bennett, Ray Bentley, Shane Conrad, and Darryl Tyler at Europe. Linebackers, or DBs, are Kirby Jackson, John Hagee, Connor Smith, and Nate Ornos. The 72 Dolphins, why lead the Dolphins team? Why not? They're the only undefeated team in the Super Bowl era. Like, dudes, they looked good. They won the Super Bowl 14-7 over the Redskins, fine. But let's not forget that Bob Greasy was hurt for the majority of the season, and they had to use Earl Morrall to save the day. And the 90 Bills, well, they were the best of the 4 Super Bowl losers. Yes, they only lost by a point. Scott Norwood went wide right. But let's not forget, the guy, it was from 47 yards, which is not automatic, and it was on grass when the Bills played on turf. 7 and 10. 4 and 6. 4th and 6, 27. And Frank Wright, the guy who saved the Bills in that game in 93, was at quarterback. Furman Thomas and Jamie Miller will try to start. Running back Andre Reed, James Lofton, Keith McCallum are your receivers. Howard Ballard, Jalen Davis, Ken Hodgson, Rector, Will for offensive line. Ben Den Harder, and Bob Hines, left. Main Fernandez and Will Stanford are your defensive line. Nick Conti, Doug Swift, and Mike Cohen are your linebackers. Chris Johnson, Dick Anderson, Jake Scott, and Tim Foley are your defense.
Flag on the play.
Flag. Offense. Your false start. 2nd and 10. 3rd and 10. I'm upset. 3rd and 7. 7s. Wow, 7-7. Really? Are 7-7. What the heck is going on? 2nd and 10. 3rd and 10. 4th and 10. Oh, they're on. I hope that's about the 43. Touchdown to the 43. 2 yards, they call timeout. They're setting it up. Over at 38 yards. They're going for it right here, right now. It's not amazing. numbers. Can you imagine? 83 total yards by the passing game by both teams. That's got to be a record for futility. 3 interceptions. Furman ran 110 yards. Furman ran for more yards by himself than Greasy Wright grew for passing yards. That is freaky. 10-7. The defenses really did their job. Quarterbacks, not so much. Buffalo wins the game. Tom Brady is the player of the week. Offensively, 375 passing. Peyton Manning second for the Colts at 338. Rushing, Brandon Jacobs, 133 for the Giants. Beating Terrell Davis by just a yard. Kellen Winslow, the best receiver, by 11. Kim Herring, the defensive MVP for the 2000 Ravens because they're good. Richard Sherman with 2 interceptions. Kelvin Martin of the 92 Cowboys, who I thought was Canadian, but he wasn't. I knew there was a Canadian on the Cowboys, but no, it wasn't. So, yeah. So, Bradshaw, Burrow, and Breeze. Breeze probably would have been the passing leader if he played this week. Rushing yards, Emmitt Smith, 917. Arian Foster's now second. Terrell Davis, third. Robert Mathis, 11 sacks. So, there are no rain outs. So, it's a 14-game schedule next week. Standings go as follows. The Patriots are technically ahead of the Jets based on winning percentage. They do have 2 games in hand on the Jets. Buffalo's 4-3. Miami's 4-4. So all 4 teams are 500 or better. The AFC North, the Ravens are 2 games above Cleveland and Cincy, who, and Pittsburgh, they're all below 500. So Baltimore is the only team in the AFC North ahead of 500. In the South, Indy 6-2. The Jets are 4-4. Jacksonville 3-4. Houston bring up the rear 1-7. AFC West, Denver 7-1, crushing it by 3 over Oakland and a few over San Diego. Kansas City are back at the back. The NFC East, Dallas 6-3. They're the only team above 500. Washington, Giants, and Philly are all below 500. The North, Chicago leads Green Bay by percentage points. Green Bay does have a game in hand. The Lions are 5-3. The Vikings are 6-4. They're all above 500. All at 600. 20%. The South, Tampa, the only team below 500, 4-3. Carolina's 4-4. Tampa does have a game in paw on Carolina. Atlanta and New Orleans are bringing up the rear. In the West, St. Louis is crushing it. They're up by 4, about 4 on Seattle. San Fran and Arizona bring up the rear. So, yeah. Wild card. We usually do, 3 wild cards? Yeah. So, as of right now, the Jets and Bills would make it easily at above 500. Oakland right now is the leader for the 3rd wildcard spot based off conference record over Tennessee and Miami. So Oakland would get in. Yeah, Tennessee and Miami. All that. Tennessee has a better conference record over Miami to be technically there. So yeah, Denver would be the 1 seed, New England would be 2, Indy would be 3, and Baltimore would be 4. So if we go Jets, Buffalo, Oakland, if we do the 3 above 500, that means that the Broncos would get the bye. Oakland would head to New England, Buffalo would head to Indy, and the Jets would head to Baltimore, despite being 7-2. Anyway, the NFC, Green Bay and Detroit and Minnesota are all above 500. They're the 3 wildcard spots right now. Carolina kind of is hanging around. The Rams would be the 1 seed and get the bye. Minnesota would go to Chicago, Detroit would go to Dallas, and Green Bay would go to Tampa Bay. Yeah, Green Bay's like, we're much better than Dallas and Tampa. But we're stuck 2nd place because the Bears are just blocking us. Well, don't bitch and whine. So 14 games, no rainouts this week. So that's good news for everybody. Anyway, I'm Jeff. I'm going to do